Had to pick up some tools from Lowe's, and I took my little buddy here for a walk. So here's what we got from Lowe's. Believe it or not, I have a BMW, and I did not own a set of these, the torque bits. And that's what I'm gonna need for my next project. Anytime I cook, gotta always make egg whites. See, my mechanic here, his favorite meal is turkey with egg yolks. Come here, buddy. Oh yeah, what you know about that right there? That butter flavored syrup, that's the only way to eat pancakes, butter flavor. Okay, I'm going to attempt to put on the front mount intakes today. If y'all didn't see it before, we got the side skirts and front lip installed yesterday. Let's see here. I'm gonna be drinking some Rain energy drink. Y'all comment what y'all's favorite energy drink is. I think this is the best one by far. So here we are under the hood of the BMW, and I'm not going to be doing like a full installation on this because I am a YouTube mechanic, and I think that's what most people do anyway. So from my understanding, this needs to be removed, all these bolts and that back there. God, look at that front lip, boy. And by the way, guys, I will link in the description the video that I used and followed. I think it's by Keys Motorsports, but the very first step into this is removing, there's a little push pin right here, and I just thought it was funny. Mine ain't even damn got it. Okay, we got that big brace off of there now, and I did set me a table up, because I just like to do that, keep everything organized. So I got the brace sitting here. All the long bolts go in the back, and these little short ones like this, they go down in the front. Okay, it's gonna be my favorite part because I get to use the new tools I just picked up. With these intakes, you do have to cut like an access point behind here, you know, for your pipes to come through. That way you can get your filter on, and the filter sits behind the grill here. So the purpose of this, we gotta take these out here so we can get the kidney grills out. Like I said, I'm keeping everything organized. You can do that or don't. I'm just telling you what the man said. Okay, so we got these 8 bolts out here. And what you gotta do, and this felt awful, but nothing broke. But you gotta pull back on here enough to get your arm down in there. And here's the grill here. You're gonna take one off on each side. And if you can see these little tabs, you push down on the tabs. So if it's on the bottom side, you'd push up. And while you're doing it with one hand, the other hand kind of pull out this way on the grill, and they'll pop out. Now, you know, I did this. The guy said BMW makes this stuff out of, I don't know, some type of material. He said you can't break it. Now, it feels awful, but I'm just telling you what the man said. Okay, so we removed the first air box, and I'm just going to tell you what the man said. He said to take off this mass airflow sensor. You push down here and wiggle it off. He made it look real easy. Took me a little bit. Guess I got weak fingers. And then this vacuum line right here. You squeeze it on the sides and pull it off. That one was easy. Remove this coolant line off of here. And then with a 6mm, you loosen that clamp and then just pull it out. Look at that big John boy right there. Buddy, look at this damn light I got right here. Okay, the next thing you gotta do is take out this air duct, which is right in this little access hole right here. And there's part of it, it's gonna be hard to show, that was back here. Now this time, I'm not gonna tell you what the man said because we got to cut holes here anyway, and he had like a pick tool and was being real particular about this stuff, but you know, I'm not going to be reusing this. This is the throwaway, so I just pressed on it till the bitch came out of there. Okay guys, the next part here, well, y'all might not like this. I'm gonna clean some of this stuff up. They come off of that plastic, but you gotta cut a hole right here. And I really don't like that. I might trim that up a little bit. But that way your pipe can fit through here. And this is where your air filter will sit. Okay, the next part, Gator actually did this for me. Once you got everything cut, you can do a test fit, and we were good. I got this in there. It's a small pipe. It looks like a J, and I do not believe it's the curvy looking J. It's a normal J. And so anyway, you feed the short end of the J through there, and there's the long end sticking out here. Okay, I wanted to show you all this real quick. You got to remove the mass airflow sensor. It is 2 T20s. And anyway, you got to install it into, oh, here it is. This piece right here. Now look. See how them holes are not lining up? Apparently this is a thing with BMWs. They can only go one way. So I flip him around here, then the holes now line up. Now on this, you're going to use the supplied bolts in the VRSF kit. They say you don't want to reuse those ones. And also just to keep in mind, you're screwing into plastic, so don't screw it down too tight. And just be careful. Make sure it threads in there easy. You don't want to cross thread nothing either and never be able to get that out. Okay, this time I'm going to tell you what the man said, and then I'm going to tell you what I done. Now, I did what he did. I had to take this back out. So take it back out. Put your little fitting on here. There's 2 of them. They're identical, so it don't matter which one. But what he did is he put this on there and the clamp, tightened the clamp down, which is okay, you know, outside of the vehicle. I wanted to leave my clamp loose so I could actually access it right here if I needed to. And with these things too, this is rubber. Don't tighten it so much it's going to cut the rubber. Just when you feel a good snugness with it, you know, quit tightening it down. It's not going to come off there. Okay, so now we got this big long piece in here, and it connected to our J piece. And if any of y'all end up buying the same kit I did, it seems like this little fitting here needs to have some type of curve or something in it. It's kind of hard to get it all together, but you know, once you get that all in there, believe it or not, I actually put those 2 pipes together and fed them back through, and that's what worked for me. But anyway, once you get all this on there, you have to take this bolt out, this one right here, and this is what keeps all this from moving and stuff, keeps it solid. And then you'll put your sensor back in and your little vacuum line, and then this hose has a little place it fits into right there. Oh yeah, and you tighten that back down. Okay, before I went any further, I wanted to go ahead and put this filter on, and I put the grill back on just real quick, just to make sure everything fit, and it does. And dude, that looks pretty sick back there. Okay, next step here, we have to get that air box out. Got it right there. And the way you got to do that, you got to remove another airflow sensor, and you loosen this 6 millimeter clamp there, and while you're pushing this back with one hand, you grab the back of the air box with this hand and pull. You're gonna push this and pull that, and it should come out if you do it carefully. Now, just like the other side, I mean, you can pick around at it like the guy did in the video, or you can just push it all through, kind of like I did. There's a little spot right here. That's what he's picking on. So I took a flathead and peeled it off of there, and then everything pulled through there. And this stuff is just gonna be trash now, so I'm just gonna throw it over here. Okay, now just like we did before, you're gonna take the mass airflow sensor out of this, the stock one, and you're gonna put it into this one with the supplied hardware. You don't wanna reuse the bolts at all. And once again, you're screwing into plastic, so just get it snug and that's good. You know, make sure everything's flush on it, and we're good to go here. Okay, now it's time to cut again. And as you can see, I made a little bit better hole than I did last time there. And what I used this time was a Dremel with this little skinny bit on there. And you can almost just draw it out, but there's stuff gonna melt because it's plastic onto that thing. So you might need another one unless you wanna clean that one off or something. So after Gator made the cut for me, there is the one last pipe to go in. We made the cut and we fed it through there. And I went ahead, put the filter on and tightened it up. And I want to make sure it's on there tight first. And man, I've seen this in other videos too. Like this side's usually straight and this one's like angled up. But I mean, this one's, it's not bad. It's pretty straight. But anyway, you're going to put your fitting and your clamps on there, but keep them loose while you work everything in together, and then tighten everything up at the end. Remember to tighten this one up, the 6mm, and plug in your mass airflow sensor again. And now for this part, everything we took off earlier, like the weather stripping, you know, you're going to put it back on right there. Put your brace and everything on the back on. Okay, we got everything pinned up and back together. Kidney grills are on. The bumper is back on, weather strips, all that good stuff. And there's so much more room here now, but it also shows me how dirty my car is. So in the future, I am going to clean all this stuff up and have it looking nice. So now time for probably what everybody's been waiting on is to hear this thing. Well guys, I was hoping to get a video of like my first driving impressions after installing the intakes, but you know, I'm not going to take the car out in this weather and the snow and stuff like that. And it's pretty clean right now, and you know, they salt the roads and stuff, so I'm just not going to do that. But anyway, here is a clip of how it sounds just revving it up at idle. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm going to have more content on the BMW M4 pretty soon. I got to stop neglecting the truck and actually start doing some content on it again as well. I do have an update on I did a video on how to protect your frame against rust, and I want to show y'all how that's going as well. So anyway, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one.